So the recent fillerish episodes of Dragon Ball Super have been subpar at best, but this episode, for a filler episode, this is actually a pretty darn good episode. Probably perhaps one of the best episodes we've got in terms of filler wise. And so let's start with the biggest part of the episode is obviously Vegeta, the evil Vegeta, the clone that absorbed Vegeta's power as well. It's not only his powers that was absorbed, but it's also his personality, because you see a slight bit of hesitation from him when he's like, "Oh, go kill Trunks," and there's a hesitation. Vegeta sees it as well, and it actually turns out to be an important part down the road in this episode where actually the clone of Vegeta actually turns and actually goes out on his own, and the personality of Vegeta cuts through anyway, because he doesn't like taking orders from anybody except from Bulma. But this actually got me hyped up because the main reason is it had a plot purpose of taking for plot purposes it took Vegeta out of the equation, because he couldn't really fight, because he tried to throw a Gallic gun, he didn't have any energy. So and then there's the part where the clone of Vegeta did it. He blew the freaking mountainside away. So it's like they hightail it in retreat from the 4-1 about the how the as I guess the slime or the water was made and how it was founded and how it was used directly against him, and how it could be sealed. And that, by the way, as stupid as it sounds, that pacifier is probably going to be a plot purpose to seal it back up. But I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case, because with the way this episode ended, and before I get to that, in my opinion, probably the best part of the episode, all this got me hyped up for the end with the Goku and the evil Vegeta stare down, was the return of Super Gotenks, I guess. And even though Gotenks admittedly got wrecked because he's like dealing with Vegeta itself, I'm kind of curious of whether or not the clone of Vegeta could actually go Super Saiyan or even Super Saiyan God. But oh gosh, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, as cool as it was to see finally, I mean, Gotenks got his shit wrecked, it really did. And in terms of the whole series, Dragon Ball Super has really not been kind to the former Super Saiyan 3 now, has it? Really, the episode was like getting me hyped up, because it really was like we're about to see Goku versus Vegeta rematch in some sorts, but it's a clone of Vegeta. But it's like, I mean, it's going to turn into a death match by the sounds of it, because I mean, Goku's getting fired up, so that's one thing you know it's going to be a good fight when Goku gets fired up, especially when it comes to any type of clone of Vegeta. This is about as close to we're going to get as a rematch. I think it's a great way to hype people up for a couple of weeks down the road, because we do have the Return of Trunks, Future Trunks arc starting in June. So this is it's an okay filler episode. It's not the best, but in terms of getting Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and Goku at the end, and everything that went along with it, I thought flowed well better than the last two episodes, especially the episode with Pan powering up, flying around, and last week's episode. It was okay because it got to focus on, and even on this episode, it got to focus on Trunks and Goten to a degree because of the fusion technique. Great to see that again after so long. But I mean, if we're not going to get these characters into any kind of spotlight in the final tournament down the road in the series, then we may as well have them doing something. So a way of showcasing Gotenks, I suppose, but in a sense, it's really up to Goku now. And there is a time limit, because in this episode we do see Vegeta's body disappearing, so obviously there's a plot device as well. Goku has to defeat the clone of Vegeta in the 3 minutes, I guess. But we know timeless doesn't really mean anything when it comes to Dragon Ball or anime in particular. So I'm curious to see what happens next. I'm real curious as to whether or not Vegeta will actually, because if Goku doesn't beat the clone of Vegeta, Vegeta essentially dies and disappears. So this might be any time we ever get to see Vegeta actually root for Goku in this sense, when he's taking on a clone of Vegeta. So that's going to be interesting. I mean, it kind of reminds me of what happened in GT with I know it's not popular, but with Goku fighting baby Vegeta, I suppose. because it technically was Vegeta's body. The baby was parasite and absorbing it, I suppose. But it's kind of, it reminds me of that, but in a better way, I guess. It flowed well, and like I said, is the clone of Vegeta capable of transforming into Super Saiyan or something? Because that'd be interesting. But it's a way of like I said, it's a way of hyping people up for the next main arc, which is a couple of weeks in June. So I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see what happens next. That's gonna do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know your comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and catch you guys